What is going on, everyone? Landon here from Nonstop Angling, and welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the title of this thumbnail, we are not doing one of our normal videos, that is a fishing adventure. We are here doing some work on the boat. About 20 degrees outside here in Northern Illinois, and there's ice on my pond, and there's ice on a lot of the smaller ponds around me, which means the lakes are starting to get ice. And there's definitely ice up on parts of the Mississippi River and across Wisconsin where I'm from. So, with that said, it is time to winterize the boat. This video is essentially just gonna be showing you guys how to change the lower unit oil on a outboard Honda. Now, the process for changing the lower unit oil on outboards is pretty standard all across the industry. No matter what motor you have, this is probably gonna help you out. And it's a pretty straightforward, simple task to do. So we'll get right into it. It'll be a pretty short video, but hopefully it will teach you guys a couple things and help you guys in the future. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And before we get started, do not pay attention to my broken skeg that happened earlier this fall. We're gonna ignore that, and that will be fixed in the spring. So don't wanna see no comments about that. Let's get into the oil. All right, so like I said, this process is pretty standard across the industry, but again, I'm performing this lower unit oil change on a 40 horse Honda outboard. So you have two screws that you're gonna wanna take out. So the first one is here, and the second one's here. You're gonna get a flathead screwdriver for that. They're always just one little slit down in the middle of the screw. So yeah, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna grab a flathead screwdriver and start on the bottom one here, and then I'll show you guys what the next step is to go from there. All right, I've got my flathead screwdriver here now, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this screw and take it out so the oil starts draining. One thing to note, this oil is obviously gonna come out the bottom, it's gonna drip, so I have a towel laid down and then a bucket to catch that remaining oil. So let's go ahead and get that first screw out. All right, so we got screw one and washer one out. As you can see, the oil is starting to drip down a little bit through here. So we're gonna let that drip out. Now, to speed up that process, we're gonna siphon air through, and to do that, we're gonna take out this top screw here. Now I have two, this one's for the wash, and this one's oil level. So we're gonna take out the one that says oil level. And you'll kind of see if you pay attention, see if I can zoom in for you guys a little bit. That oil should start to speed up, coming out a lot faster. There it comes. There's your bottom screw. And as you can see now, the oil is coming out at a lot quicker of a pace. So we're gonna let that all drain out, and then once that oil is all drained, we're gonna put some new oil in. So this oil is actually pretty clean. I think it's pretty new, but I just want to, it's always smart to change your lower unit oil. Play it safe, better to have, regular maintenance on your motor, the better. So we'll let that drain, and then we'll get on to step 3. All right, so I'm gonna pull my oil out of here now. That it is all drained. As you can see, there's our nice bucket of oil. It's actually pretty clean, it's not too bad. So that means the motor is not running terribly in there. It's not too dirty, so that's good. Got this out of here. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna grab a rag and then wipe out all that excess oil on there. That was from up here, get that off there. Any of this down here. Wipe that out a little bit. All right, so I've got my bottle here. Normally, I would use one of these with the other type of gas. I can actually just put this on there, and then it makes it a little easier to squeeze it in. You can actually see the oil going through into the lower unit, but since this is all I have available for this time around, we're just gonna get this up in there, and then I'm gonna start squeezing. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. See if we can make it work. So now we're gonna take our bottle, put it into the lower hole here until it starts squirting out the top. Again, this is kind of a pain in the butt. It'd be a lot easier with a pump. But we're just gonna have to do it this way for now. Okay, see, so now it's coming out through the top, so now I know it's full of oil. We're just gonna get a little bit more in there, make sure it's full. We are going to take our top screw and again, having that top screw in there stops the siphoning because air cannot come through and push that oil out through the bottom. So your oil is going to leak out a lot slower than it would if it was not in there. So I'm just doing a little extra squeeze in the bottom, make sure it's fully full. Feels like I'm not really getting any more out of there. So we're gonna pull our bottle out. It's still gonna leak a little bit. It's fine. You're gonna wanna put this in. Alrighty, now that that screw is in nice and tight, we're not leaking anymore. Just wanna wipe off all that excess oil. Make sure you got none of that leaking off your boat. I'm gonna come back in with my screwdriver one last time. Just tighten up those bolts and make sure we're all good. Looks like we are. So after you're all done with that and all your bolts are all screwed up and you've wiped up all the excess oil, that is all. You are all done with your lower unit oil change. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. I do normally post more fishing adventures and fishing content, but I appreciate you guys checking out this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode of Nonstop Angling. Hit that subscribe button, hit a like, drop a comment. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.